I actually got $2,700 worth of non-refundable bookings my very first day having a property listed on Airbnb. I'm completely sold on short-term rentals, but what I want to do is talk to you guys about how I did it, because I was actually very strategic about doing this. This video is not even to be taken as a how-to video, because like I said, this is my first day ever having a property listed on Airbnb. I'm a brand new host. So this is not advice on telling you how to make $2,700 a day, because I haven't done it consistently enough to be able to seriously have that conversation with you. This video is just a discussion on what I did to have my very first listing booked for $2,700. All right, you guys, so check this out. The first thing that I did was I went to Airbnb and started searching for properties in the area that I wanted to invest in a short-term rental in, just to see what my competition was. I was most concerned with the super host, since that's my goal. You guys already know my motto. We always measure ourselves from the heavens. So I wasn't really concerned about what listings did terribly or had horrible reviews. I wanted to concentrate on what the super hosts were doing and what were the rare finds, meaning that it was a property that was available, but it's usually not available. And I studied those listings thoroughly to kind of see what they did as far as the description on their listings, the images on their listings, everything like that. Many of you all know that I made a full-time income off of eBay before. Well, eBay, and then later I added Macari to it as well. I'm already pretty good at identifying trends and being able to replicate for myself what I see in the market that's already working. And that has been a skill that I encourage each and every one of you all to add to your tool belt as well. That has always turned out to be pretty profitable for me. So essentially the same way that I would consistently make a killing on eBay by just seeing what people are already buying, how much they're paying for it, and how often it's selling. I studied listings to see what people were already booking, what was it priced at, how many pictures was it, and not just how many pictures, what were the pictures of. After studying that, I would say every day for about a week and a half or so, I had a good foundational understanding of what kind of properties rent well in my area. Now, the reason why I say about a week and a half every day is because I also wanted to take note of when things fell off of being available as well. So if something is a rare find today, I expect within the next week or so for that to no longer be available. We all know that trends can change, markets can shift. We live in a living market, as I like to call it. So I gave myself like a week and a half of just studying in the area that I wanted to invest in what was already doing well as short-term rental. After studying what went well, honestly, I realized that the kind of property that I wanted to invest in and the kind of property that rents well in my area are two totally different properties. So the property that I wanted to invest in my area was going to be more along the lines of a luxury rental. I just thought it would be cool for it to be a part of my portfolio. I could charge a great amount of money each and every night. And even when it's empty, it would have been a dope place for me to go curate content for my media company. If I would have not done any market research and said, okay, I'm a pretty successful entrepreneur, so I'm just going to buy the property that I want to buy, knowing that this investment's primary function is to be a short-term rental, without doing any market research, I would have made a huge mistake. Many of you guys know that early on, I made a lot of mistakes in real estate. I spent $10,000 on training to learn how to invest in real estate without having a real estate license. And I ended up getting scammed. I bought a fixer-upper. I put $80,000 in repairing the property alone. And the ARV in that area for completely finished 3-bedroom, 2-bath homes with $60,000. And I share that with you to say that, trust me, I lost quite a bit of money in real estate. So when I make this content, I want you guys to know it's coming from a real place. It's coming from a real person. All right. Don't look at the number of followers and think that I'm some kind of superhero or some kind of, spectacular person that doesn't make any mistakes. I lost good money. So now, whether it's real estate or anything else, I like to do a little research before I jump off the porch and dump some money into it. I want you guys to be encouraged to do the same. Life is about who makes it, not who makes it the fastest. So don't trip about how fast you can get into any investment, real estate being no different. I noticed that luxury rentals don't consistently get booked. Matter of fact, they rarely got booked in the market that I was looking to invest in. So I have 3 criteria that are my bias. I know some other real estate investors that are going to watch this video are going to disagree with me. So this is not a set in stone, the perfect market for every investor. This is JT's criteria. So know that before we go any further. I want to only invest in markets that have a college presence, have a military presence, and they have a strong economy, independent of it just being a college town or a military town. Has to check all 3 of those boxes before I say, okay, I want to invest money in that area. But stayed booked up, the single family homes that are 3-2s. All right. I've been in other markets where people make a killing off of apartment buildings or condos or townhouses, but detached single family homes is what I saw when I did my research and was looking at who are the Airbnb superhosts, who are the rare finds, all of the criteria that matter to me. Now I know where I want to invest, and now I know what I'm looking for. Now, there are a lot of different ways to acquire this sort of property, and it really just depends on your financial literacy as it relates to real estate and your budget, realistically. So I tell people all the time, the most cost-effective way to get into real estate, in my opinion, are through tax liens. That's not the quickest way to get into real estate because most often they're going to have redemption periods attached to them as well. So you're either going to get the property that you want or your money back with interest. However, they are the most cost-effective way, in my opinion, for somebody that doesn't have a lot of money. Now, if you have a reasonable amount of money, or what some people may call a small amount of money, then you can research a FHA loan and finance a property as well, if that's what you would like to do. If you have a little bit more money, because I'm trying to put these in what I think is the most realistic order for somebody depending on how much money you have, I would say then you should call all of those "We Buy Houses" signs in your area and try to get on every wholesaler's list in your area and buy from a wholesaler. And then I think that the most expensive way to get into real estate, but also the safest way for the novice investor, for the new investor, or even the aspiring investor that's trying to learn on the fly, is to work with realtors. So again, I would tier it out based on how much money you have, with either looking at tax liens, getting a FHA loan, or you can look at other loans. It doesn't have to be a FHA, but a FHA is pretty advantageous for somebody that doesn't have a lot of money, and you don't even have to have excellent credit to get a FHA loan, but you can look at other loan options as well. And then above the FHA loan, dealing with wholesalers, if you got a little bit more cash, you can buy a property and fix it up using just a little bit more cash than what is required to get in a FHA loan, or you can work with realtors, right? So also keep in mind, this is my perspective as a buy and hold investor. I pay for all of my real estate cash. I'm not trying to argue or debate with anybody that prefers credit. If you prefer credit, there's nothing wrong with credit. As long as you're smart about it, you're not over leveraging yourself, not doing anything unethical or illegal to secure the credit, I have no problem at all. And I got great friends of mine that leverage credit, private money, or anything like that. But me personally, again, I pay for all of my property cash. And if I change my mind in the future, then of course you guys will get updates in future videos. I'm telling you guys about my first listing and my experience as a real estate investor brand new into the short-term rental market. So other real estate investors may disagree with the things that I'm saying and may hate smart pricing. But I personally utilize smart pricing and let my prices change based off of the market. I utilized what I learned from the number of photos, types of photos, and quality of photos needed. And I took my own photos of the property. When I furnished the property, I was intentional about sleeping situation. So instead of just getting a nice couch, I was looking for a pull-out couch. And I wanted a pull-out couch that could comfortably sleep a 6-foot man. I designed one room with the sole purpose of being a children's room. So we did the triple bunk bed setup in there. I did 2 different styles of queen beds, which a lot of people will say you always want to have a king size bed. But because the rooms were so small, keep in mind, this is a brick home that's only 1,300 square foot. And they have to fit 3 bedrooms, 2 full baths, living room, dining room, laundry room, kitchen, all in 1,300 square feet. So you can imagine bedrooms. All right. So I decided to go with queen beds, which is against what most people will tell you about, that talk to you about the right way to do Airbnb. And again, I'm just telling you guys my experience. But I went with queen beds, and I went with nightstands that had USB and additional charging in it, because I know that I like to go stay at luxury Airbnbs when I travel, and I like the ones that have those sorts of amenities. I went with one more modern style bed where it's a low bed, a low sleigh bed with LED lights in it. And the other one, it was a more traditional queen size bed with the real big headboard on it. I didn't work with any of the big name mattress companies. I sourced from a local independently owned mattress company that still had quality mattresses, but at a way better price, because it was their own business. Because believe it or not, mattresses and box springs can get real expensive when you're looking to buy like 5 of them at a time to furnish a house quickly, because this is a short-term rental. And I'm thinking more so of it about, this is an asset to make money, and this is not something to make me happy or make me most comfortable. I went and got quality stuff, but it was Walmart stuff. I don't mind sharing that with you and being straight up honest with you. So we got like the linen, the plates, the cups, things like that, all from Walmart. I provided some light stocking as well, meaning that we provide the Keurig with like 20 something different flavors of coffees and teas for them to choose from at that location. I leave light refreshments in the refrigerator, a bottle of wine just on the counter. If they so choose to use it or not, hey, it's completely up to them. It's just there. And we put a couple of wine glasses beside it as well, to each their own. We also offer free on-site laundry, high-speed internet, and it's a smart house. So there's no keys involved. That's all of the boring stuff when it comes to the house in a nutshell. Little things that I think differentiate me from other people is that not just the refreshments that I mentioned, because not everybody leaves you like bottles of water and light refreshments in the refrigerator. I also put a Pac-Man machine in there, and I also put a little, basketball setup in there as well, since it is a 3-2. And if somebody does travel with small kids, it allows them to have some sort of entertainment while they're there as well. All right. We also provide hand sanitizer and mask as well. We use Samsung TVs that are all mounted. And I don't provide Netflix or Amazon Prime Video, but they got all of the free Samsung channels. There is a Fire Stick over there. And if they choose to use their login credentials, it is a smart TV, so they can watch whatever they want to watch. It came to actually describing my listing. I utilized the popular keywords that I noticed Superhost and other rare find hosts were utilizing. I want you guys to take away from this video, not a comprehensive how to make $2,700 a day off of Airbnb, because literally my listing was only on the site one day, and I had 3 people inquire, 2 of the 3 people booked. So we had a weekend stay book, we had a 2-month stay book, and outside of Airbnb, I just negotiated a young lady to do her baby shower there. So that has nothing to do with the $2,700 from Airbnb as well. I want you guys to know, I want to continue documenting this process if you guys like it, but I do think that these sorts of videos probably make more sense. Document the process so you guys can see the good, the bad, the ugly, as I become a short-term real estate investor. And I also want to hear from you guys, but only you guys that watch this entire video, which is why I'm intentionally asking it at the end. A lot of people were talking to me about I should start my own real estate company. Now, my real estate company would be different. I would primarily be sourcing properties for me to buy myself and just build my generational wealth. Now, if there was enough interest from people that said, you know, I have credit or money or whatever, and I would like for you to add me to your buyers list, then I would be open to, you know, assigning deals to other people as well. But just being transparent with you, if I do a real estate company, its primary focus will be to just find good deals. You guys let me know if that sounds interesting to you, then we'll move forward with it. If that sounds boring to you in my real life, I'm still going to pursue it, but I just won't document it on any channel because I don't want to upload videos that you guys don't want to watch, right? It's not advantageous to me. It's not advantageous to you either. Here you have it, you guys. Until next time, I'm a hustler, stay hustling. JT Automations, gone.